Hi everyone. Today we're going to look at how to use Pin Inspector to write an Etsy description for a product. And the reason that I'm doing it this way is that I want to be able to write a description that will be in the Etsy listing that you can then upload directly to Pinterest. You can just pin it directly and it will pull that description and the keywords are going to follow it and it's good for Pinterest and you're probably going to get shown more on Pinterest. This is the kind of information that I go over in my Pinterest class. If you don't have it, I'll put a link in the description. I will be putting a more in-depth version of this in the Pinterest class. We're going to go over that probably today during our monthly live, but I'm starting out assuming that I am selling necklaces just as a product that I'm pulling out of the air. No one sells jewelry, right? It's very rare. I'm being sarcastic. So we're going to do jewelry gifts for mom because when people go to Pinterest, if you type in things like necklace, then you're going to get a lot of DIY stuff. And you have to really think about how people on Pinterest are using Pinterest. And if they're searching for things to buy or to plan to buy, then you're going to be looking for gifts and things like that, like birthday present, things like that, not just jewelry, necklace, earrings, that kind of stuff. You want to be more specific. So we're going to do jewelry gifts for mom. I've set this up to do 10 pins that they're going to pull in, and I'm going to click search and Pin Inspector will pull in the top 10 pins on Pinterest that it finds and all of the annotations that go with it. The annotations are kind of keywords that Pinterest puts in there for Google and for search engines and to kind of categorize things. They attach those to your pins. And what I actually have this pulled over so you can see the pin here. And I have up here clicked wrap text in cells. And if you don't do that, it doesn't wrap the text. And then I also have this down here at the bottom scrolled up so that we can really see what's going on. So I'm taking a quick look. None of these are DIY as far as I can see, so that's good. But I don't want to have a search result. Like if I put just jewelry or something like that, it could come up with a lot of pins that say how to make jewelry, and you don't want that. But I will show you that a little bit more when we get to the annotation section. So I'm just going to take a quick look here to see if there's any kind of a good seed keyword that I can use to start this process. So we have bracelet for Mother's Day bracelet ideas. That could be good, but I'm doing necklaces, so we're not doing that. But Mother's Day could be good. Hypoallergenic bracelets for Mother's Day, that's down here. Birthday gift, preppy jewelry. I'm seeing Mother's Day a few times, so that's good. Antique jewelry, we're not doing that. Items to get for Christmas, beachy gift, no. Mother's Day jewelry. Okay, now I've seen Mother's Day a few more times up above. I'm going to use Mother's Day jewelry to start out with. And I'm just going to go over to the annotations. I'm not going to do keywords. You could go to the keywords tool and look at that. But I'm going to go to the annotations and see what happens because I want to see what category these things are being put in by Pinterest. And this Pin Inspector tool will show us that. So Mother's Day jewelry. All right, now should I look for 50? I'll do 50 because I want to see what happens. So this is going to be working up here at the top. Until this green bar is completely over to the end, it's not finished and it's just going to start pulling things in. So this is going to give me 50 annotations that are related to the keyword Mother's Day jewelry. And I think that, Mother's Day jewelry started out as an annotation. So we're going to get annotations from this for most, not all of them. For a lot of these we'll put, but what I'm looking at is what category tree is Pinterest putting these in. And these link to the ideas page sections on Pinterest. And if you're not sure, let's click on, I like this premium jewelry. I like that one. When this finishes loading up, I will click on one of these to show you where this Pin Inspector tool is pulling all of this information from. This is coming directly from Pinterest. So if I click on premium jewelry, this is coming from this category. It's in an explore page, but see ideas up here at the top. So women's fashion, women's jewelry and accessories, women's jewelry. Premium jewelry is the last step on that tree. So it's pulling from here, and it's also going to pull these related interests. And then also if there are no little bubbles here. Sometimes there are little more these little gray bubbles that have more qualifiers like gold, silver, whatever. You could also pull those, but there might not be any. Premium jewelry, I like that, except let's see what the search volume is for that. 210. It's a little on the low side compared to some of these other ones. Let's sort these. If you go up here by search volume and click that, you can sort high to low. Birthday gift ideas for mom, I like that. Sentimental gifts, I like that. What you want to look at, and this is kind of strange, but a lot of times Pinterest will put gifts under event planning because it's for birthdays and things like that. So you just want to make sure that you're not, I don't know why crochet bag pattern is there. Sometimes Pinterest goes a little wacky, so you can just ignore things that don't make any sense at all. But you don't want to do like, here's DIY and crafts, and that's Mother's Day bracelets. Now, if you're selling Mother's Day bracelets, you might think that's a great thing to put on my pin because it's a bracelet and people can use it as a Mother's Day gift. But Mother's Day bracelets is categorized under DIY and crafts, making bracelets, bracelet ideas, it's DIY jewelry. That might not be the best keyword to use if you're selling it. If you're doing tutorials how to make it, that might be good. But if you're selling it, you might want to avoid this specific keyword to be what you're targeting, even though it has a good search volume. It's not in the right thing, right? It's not in the right place. These are things that people are like, Pinterest is associating these things together. So people that look at one thing look at all other things. If it doesn't make any sense for your product, just ignore it. It's not a big deal to ignore it. Now, see, also this says beauty Mother's Day earrings. So Mother's Day earrings are categorized in the beauty column. I don't understand that, except up here it says beauty everyday jewelry aesthetic. So it's kind of a style thing. So you can look at this kind of keyword to see, oh, maybe that might be good to use. Or you could just go down, I'm going to do sentimental gifts, birthday ideas for mom. Because remember, we're assuming that we're selling necklaces. And I don't want to do anything that is not a gift. And I definitely, fashion is good, but I don't want to do the DIY stuff. And some of these don't have a category tree, which sometimes just means that's it's kind of a weird thing. It sometimes Pinterest just hasn't put it in a category for the specific keyword, even though it has good search volume. This might be good to use Mother's Day jewelry and not Mother's Day bracelet. This is a little more general. I'm going to click it just why not? Why not? Even though it doesn't have a category here, that could be a good thing. But if we're doing birthday gifts, you might not. Okay, so I'm going to stick with the birthday gift thing, okay? Because you might want to do a pin for Mother's Day jewelry, but I don't want to necessarily do one for both. Let's just keep it. You don't want to do 90 keywords for one pin. There's no reason for that. So we're going to look for birthday gift ideas for mom because those are both, like both of these, sentimental and the birthday is under the gifts, and that's good. So meaningful Christmas gifts. We're going to skip that one for now because it is not birthday. It's specifically Christmas. Premium jewelry. I like this one because if you're making it, you want to be able to sell it for a higher price, and saying premium is a good thing to do. And as we're going down here, the search volume is getting lower, and I'm just going to ignore that. So I'm looking basically for things that have the category tree and are in the right category tree for what I'm doing as a selling thing, not a DIY and making thing. So that gives me premium jewelry, sentimental gifts, and birthday gift ideas for mom. Now, I like all three of those together. If I'm selling necklaces, I want to use those. So first, I want to get rid of all these lines that I don't need. So I'm going to right click on this column. It doesn't really matter where you right click. I'm going to right click and I'm going to delete unselected rows here. Okay, so now we're just left with the three that we want. And I'm going to go up here and click get related. And okay, I have to select them first. And you have to select these rows first. I do this all the time. I don't select them. And then you're going to click get related. And this is going to pull all of those related interests from that ideas page that would be underneath these. So it's going to give us more related keywords for these things. And then I'm also going to do get additions, which will bring in, if there are any little gray bubbles at the top, it's going to bring those in. So now we have a lot of material to work with. So first, as you look down this category tree, you're again going to ignore anything that's DIY and crafts. And if you want to, you can check those and just delete them. Let me uncheck. You can go down and do it. I'm not going to bother because there's so many here. I'm just going to click the ones that I like, and I'm going to choose maybe 5 or 6. Okay, so we already have sentimental gifts, birthday gift ideas for mom, and premium jewelry. Maybe let's choose one that's related to each one of these. Sentimental birthday gifts, that would be good, but let's do sentimental birthday gifts and take that one out. Okay, I don't want it, it's too repetitive if I have the same thing. Meaningful gift ideas, that's good because it's not the same word, but it means the same thing. So it's definitely related. And as I'm looking over here, both of these are still in the event planning, gifts, gift guide category. Okay, so Sentimental and meaningful, done. Okay, let's look for one more of the birthday gift ideas for mom. And you can also, you can look down personal, thoughtful. If you like any of these better, unique gift ideas is good, but people use unique a lot on Pinterest. And you see there's a lot of searches for that. And it's up to you. You just choose a few, right? You don't have to be limited to how many, but I wouldn't do more than 5 or 6 per pin description because it's going to get a little bit repetitive. Happy birthday gifts, classy jewelry. I kind of like classy jewelry, right? Let's do, and that's spelled the British way though. Now that's an interesting question too, because if it's spelled this way, then it's actually spelled that way in the stats. And so they're researching this spelling. So you can't spell it the other way and expect it to have the same stats. So just be aware of that. And we are going to spell it both ways. I'm going to spell it both ways. I don't care. So I've got classy jewelry. I would say that that goes with premium jewelry. I'm still looking for another birthday gift ideas for mom. I think I like the idea of just using mother and present. So I am going to click both of those just to remind me, because it is, again, another way to say the same thing, but it's a different word. So it does come up in the stats in a different way. So at this point, I've got kind of these two just to remind me. I've got classy jewelry, birthday gift ideas for mom, premium jewelry, meaningful gift ideas, and sentimental birthday gifts. Okay, so the first thing I want to do once I've chosen my words, again, is delete all the unselected rows so that I'm only working with this. Okay, so you just right click, go to delete and unselected rows. I want to go to file, save annotations to, I'm going to save the annotations to a text file and put those in my downloads where I can find them easily. And now I'm going to open a Word document, and you can use Google Drive if you want. I'm going to find that text file and I'm going to copy and paste it into here. I've opened up the text file and this is what it looks like. Once you open it up, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it back into my Word document. And these are the keywords that we're going to put in our product description. The product description is going to sit on the listing page. And then when Pinterest looks at the link that takes it to the page that you have put on the pin that links to your product, it's going to see the same keywords in the description that you have put in the pin on the page. And that's important. Pinterest is looking at what's on your page to see if it matches what you have in the pin. If you're just going to Etsy and you're clicking pin this, that's not the optimal thing. But once you write this using these keywords, if you've written a description that has all of these annotations in it, then that is going to be a good enough Pinterest description that it's going to help you be found faster. And if it matches the description on Etsy, Pinterest likes that. So let's go down here, and this is not hard. If you're really a bad writer and you can't figure this out, you can put it into ChatGPT, but you don't need to do that. It's faster to do it this way and just write it. So start by writing what the thing is. So I just put this in for argument's sake, and you just want to write a little description of the product so that they have that. And then we're going to add our keywords in to a more flowery description that Pinterest will then see on the page and match with your pin, and everybody's happy. So the first thing we're going to do, if you're looking for birthday gift ideas for mom. Okay, and that birthday gift ideas for mom is straight from here, and we're going to delete that because we just used it. This premium jewelry necklace and premium jewelry, I'm going to take this out, is a meaningful gift idea, and it is plural. I am going to leave this is a meaningful gift. I'm going to leave it singular. It's close enough. All right. You just want to have like the words meaningful gift in there. That is a meaningful gift idea that will be a sentimental birthday gift ideas for mother. I don't really like that. I just want to use the word mother in there. Birthday present ideas for mom. Birthday gift ideas. I want to use the word present and mother in there. I don't really need to repeat birthday, birthday, birthday. So if you're looking for birthday gift ideas for mom, this premium jewelry necklace is a meaningful gift idea that will be a classy jewelry, and I'm spelling it the British way, okay, to her wardrobe. Okay, now I know that I'm spelling this the British way, That's okay because it's right here. And if anyone's looking at it, they're just going to say, well, that's weird. And then they'll just keep reading. I don't care. So we're going to do sentimental birthday gifts, present, and mother are the other things I want to add in here. I want to add a little bit more of a description to kind of break up the keyword sentences. So we're going to do choose the length of the chain. All right, we'll put at checkout. The chain is available in gold or silver plating. And obviously this is going to be whatever description you want to put in, but I'm doing a little bit of the description, the basic description of the product right up front. Okay. Then I'm going to do a little keyword section here, a little more of the description, and then a little more keywords. So that way it's not like keyword after keyword after keyword. You can put in the specifics of the listing. Let's see, we have sentimental birthday gifts and then the words present and mother left over. We'll say this present is a nice sentimental birthday gift for your mother and will remind her of family vacation. I don't know. I mean, you're going to say something about it, right? But this present is a nice sentimental birthday gift for your mother. And then we'll do what for her, right? So it will remind her of a family vacation. It will be something that she will treasure. It will be a nice upgrade to her wardrobe, whatever you want to say. So I'm just going to put this here. I'm assuming that has a starfish on it. You went to the beach. So that's where you go. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're buying the starfish necklace. But anyway, I've used the word present. I've used the word mother. I've used sentimental birthday gifts, and it is plural and this is singular, but it's close enough. I'm not going to beat myself up over that. If you can't do the exact word phrase that they have, whether it's singular or plural, that's fine. Otherwise, just get it as close as you can. And this might really bother some people. I don't care. All right. I'm not talking customers, I'm talking sellers. Okay. As sellers are writing your descriptions, you get real picky. Sometimes you have to just relax. All right. So you could also maybe take the keyword sentences and put it at the end of the description of the item. So you could do 18-inch. Let's just copy this. I'll move this whole thing down here. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to back that out. I'm going to put this here. And there we go. So you can just get the whole description of the necklace in at the front, then put the keywords at the back. Totally up to you. This might be better if you want to just get the stuff about you want to push this jewelry thing down a little bit and you want to get the information about the necklace itself right up in the front. That could be better, up to you. But this will get all of those keywords, and they were annotations, so they're keywords slash SEO signals slash interest. It's a whole big ball of stuff with Pinterest. But that is how I would write this description. And you can add more things to it. If you have other things in the description, just go ahead and put them in. But you want to have the keywords for Pinterest toward the front of the entire description. So like in the first paragraph, put these in there. And then when you pin from Pinterest, if you pin this listing, you've already written the Pinterest description. Just copy this whole thing, paste it into the Pinterest description, and you're good. You don't have to go and do keyword research every time you do a pin. So that would be my basic process of getting some Pinterest keywords into the listing. If you have any questions, then please leave them for me. Get Pin Inspector. It's a really good tool and it can do a lot of stuff for you and help you with your Etsy shop. The link is in the description. It is an affiliate link. I appreciate it if you use that link. If you're in my Pinterest class, I'm going to do a little bit more about this right now, so you can go and watch the longer version there. And if you're not in my class, I hope that this was helpful, and I will talk to you later.